awesome folks? This is Mentor Shelly, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally. Guys, it's been a while, but I promise you, going forward for the rest of 2022, you are going to be getting consistent content from me because I want you guys to succeed. Even though there are challenges that nobody expected in 2022, but we are here, we're ready, and I want to make sure you guys are prepared and ready to go out there to grab whatever career opportunities you have out there for you. All right, guys, so this is going to be part two of the career change series. I gave you part one a few weeks ago, but I want to make sure you get part two and you are ready to go with part two. All right, so let's get into it. Part two, literally, the first part, of course, I want to make sure I go into review. The first part of your career change is to assess where you are right now. Where are you? Are you, what experience do you have? Where are you working right now? What does your resume and your work history look like? Assess the skills you have, making sure, like literally, grab a book, pencil, pen, paper, whatever it is, guys. Making sure you're actually assessing where you are right now. You have no idea where you're going if you have no idea where you are right now. If you're at left and you need to go right, you got to make sure you know you're left so that you can go right and go in the right direction. So that's literally what part one was talking about. Assess where you are right now. Like literally take inventory of where you are right now. And part two is, this can go part two or part three. Assess where you are right now. Then part two is going to start looking through, like how I told you to make some notes of your skills, things you can already do. Take a look at those skills, your education, your knowledge base, your skills, your, they call it KSAs in the HR world, knowledge, skills, and abilities. Look at all your KSAs. Look at all your knowledge. Look at all your skills. Look at all of your abilities. Look at all of them and look at the career track you have now and the career track you want to go to. Are those skills, is that knowledge base, are those abilities, are you able to transfer some of them? It may not necessarily be all of them, maybe half of them, maybe 25% of them. But are you able to transfer those skills to your new career venture? For example, if you're going from, let's say, let me use my career track for example, from HR to IT, because that's any possible venture. Because there's different companies that are phasing out different parts of HR and things of that nature. So people are looking to go into a viable career option that makes more sense. That's going with the current, what's going on in what's going on in the world right now. We definitely need more IT people in different areas of IT. So let's say, for example, me as an HR person that's been in HR for over 15 years, in different aspects of HR, the benefits area, the employee relations area, the leave management area, short-term disability management area, on the in the thick of it, running background screens, making sure that people are onboarded properly. Almost every area of HR I've been involved in some way, shape, or form. So let's say all those skills that I've acquired through different sectors of HR, and I want to take some of my skills over to the IT field. What I'm going to be looking at is, part of human resources is documentation. We have to document a discipline, not just documenting when we're disciplining folks or we're trying to put processes in place, but process development. I was involved in that as well. What they used to call, in 20 years ago, when they used to call it policies and procedures, now it's called process development or process management. Every sector of HR that's run properly, every company that's run on some form of system is ran based on some form of process management, process development. In human resources, we have to systematize. That's a way of systematizing. Okay, if I need to make, let's say for example, in my case, I worked with an airline before. If we're responding to, let's say, tickets per se, an employee sends us information and sends us a question. I want to know, how do I go about signing up for my benefits, so to speak, because they send all kinds of HR questions. From a system standpoint, I'm going to look, do we already have ready-made systemized answers to provide to them? Do we have a pamphlet to provide? Or do we just go ahead and pull those resources from a link or whatever? Based on what the process says, we operate based on that process. In the case of me having experience with the airline, I was able to pull a systemized answer that was already pre-made for that particular question, provide that to the customer, or in this case the employee, send them, ask them if there's any other questions that they may have, do they need additional guidance, to just to make sure that we're extending that extra service. Part of that whole process development, we had to go through different stages of having this question come up enough times for a process to be written for it. I'm going into detail because process development is going to be a big part of being in any form of IT career. IT, yes, there's going to be a lot of curiosity, research, but a lot of it is driven by processes. If one system processes things this way, you have to understand, okay, this is what's supposed to happen. If this is not happening, why? And then, of course, my lean management kicks in. You do the 5 whys, things of that nature. I know I'm going into a lot of terms. I'm going to break some of those down about lean management and Six Sigma, things of that nature. Those are also process methodologies that help you to be more keen to find easier ways of doing the same thing, cutting down time, saving money. Those are some of the process developments that I've also, process development type of systems that I've been involved in. So just from a standpoint of going from HR to IT, process development is a skill that I've acquired over the years working for different companies that I can use now in the IT field. That's just one example. But it's so important for you to do step one, assess where you are. Literally sit down, get a notebook, and document your knowledge base in the field you're in, your current skills, and emerging skills. Because you may be learning something from a web class that you can put on your skills and the abilities you currently have. You're able to, like, for example, yes, I'm an HR professional, but I'm also a YouTuber. I may not be a popular YouTuber, I may not be a big YouTuber, but I am a YouTuber. Being a YouTuber, I learned how to, one, upload videos, two, edit videos, three, learn to use better equipment so that the videos can look more professional. I can have captions now. I've learned over the process of doing videos on YouTube. That's an acquired skill. That's something I'm able to do now because trial and error, and also taking courses here and there to learn how to put videos together. So this is just a prime example. This is going to be step 2 of career changes. You assess where you are, document your knowledge, skills, and abilities. Then, of course, in step 2, you see how I was talking about the fact that I use the process. You can use the process development that you can take from HR and you can put it into IT, in either developing IT processes or coming up with it. Let's say, for example, you're working on a new software and you're going through different things. Okay, well, this software is supposed to do this based on the instructions on how, the specific the software development. Okay, this is the process. It's supposed to do this, 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 and this. And you're testing and you're probing to make sure that the process that's written is what the system is actually doing. That's also going to be a skill that I can take over in IT. That's just a prime example. But guys, part 3 is going to be coming up. So once you have an idea of the skills you have, the skills you can use, they call them transferable skills, then we're going to go into ways for you to get more acclimated into your new career venture. Of course, that's going to involve some extra time from you and some extra effort, but we'll get into it in part 3. Guys, of course, if you are looking for assistance in anything career wise, if you're looking for ways to get your new career in gear and you're not sure, I'm giving you, of course, information here. But if you want to put a detailed career plan together, definitely go to mentorshelly.com/consultations where you can work with me directly to go ahead and put that your specific plan in place, because every career track and the person that's going into that career track is different. I want to make sure that you have a plan to make sure that you can make that transition as smooth as possible and as professionally as possible. All right, guys, take care. And of course, want to make sure that you can check out my other resource at mentorshelly.com/book. I am a first-time author writing the book for our high schoolers and our college graduates. You can go pick up a copy of that book, my ebook, called From Clueless Teenager to Consummate Professional. If you want to give your kids that's coming up in high school or kids that are coming out of college a head start in their career, that is a great book, a great resource to help them, number one, figure out what it is that they want, but help them to structure their career for optimal success, no matter what that career path may be. All right, guys, take care. This is Mentor Shelly, wanting to make sure that you become a better version of yourself professionally as you work to live, you work on, as well as put in the work to live your dream career. All right, guys, take care. You have a good one. Bye.